Long ago, on a quiet farm in Oregon, an old man named Harold lived alone in a weathered wooden house. For many years, he had worked beside his wife, Margaret. Together they had raised sheep, grown vegetables, and built a life with patience and sacrifice. When Margaret passed away, the farm became silent. Harold's back ached with age, and his hands trembled when he worked. His only son, Daniel, and Daniel's wife, Vanessa, moved into the farmhouse. At first, Harold was grateful for their company. But over time, things changed. Daniel became distant. Vanessa cared only about comfort and money. They complained whenever Harold asked for help. They treated him like a burden instead of family. One cold winter evening, Harold sat quietly near the fireplace and overheard a conversation from the kitchen. "We spend too much taking care of him," Vanessa whispered. Daniel sighed. "I know. We could sell this farm and start fresh somewhere else. But it's still his property." Vanessa's voice hardened. "Then we make him leave." Harold's heart sank. The next morning, he woke to loud banging outside. He opened the front door and froze. His belongings were scattered across the yard. His old coat, his family photographs, his toolbox, even Margaret's rocking chair. Daniel stood with his arms crossed. Vanessa pointed toward the road. "You need to go." Harold stared at them in disbelief. "This farm belongs to our family." Vanessa shrugged. "Not anymore." Daniel avoided his father's eyes. Without another word, they shut the door. Harold stood in the snow, holding a small suitcase. For a long moment, he felt completely alone. Then he remembered something. Many years earlier, Margaret had insisted they prepare for difficult times. Together they had saved money little by little. Most people believed they spent everything maintaining the farm. But hidden beneath an old oak tree near the creek was a metal box containing their savings. That evening, after darkness covered the land, Harold walked slowly to the tree. His hands shook as he dug through the frozen soil. Soon he heard the sound of metal. The box was still there. Inside were stacks of carefully protected bills and important documents. Margaret's plan had survived. For the first time in months, Harold smiled. The next day he left town. After several days of traveling, he arrived in a peaceful valley surrounded by hills and forests. There he met a widow named Eleanor who owned a small general store. Seeing his condition, she offered him food and a warm place to rest. When Harold explained his situation, Eleanor listened carefully. "You deserve another chance," she said. Those simple words gave him hope. A few weeks later, Harold purchased a neglected piece of land outside the valley. Most people thought he was making a mistake. The land was rocky. The old barn was collapsing. Nothing seemed valuable. But Harold saw possibilities. With determination, he began rebuilding. Neighbors helped repair fences. Local farmers donated seeds. A carpenter helped restore the barn. Among those neighbors was a young man named Ethan. Ethan was hardworking, respectful, and kind. Every morning he arrived early. Every evening he refused extra payment. "You remind me of my grandfather," Ethan often said. Years passed. The empty land transformed into one of the most beautiful farms in the region. Fruit trees lined the fields. Healthy animals filled the pastures. A large white farmhouse stood proudly in the center. Harold finally found peace. Meanwhile, Daniel and Vanessa faced problems of their own. After forcing Harold away, they sold much of the original property. Instead of investing wisely, they spent money on expensive furniture, vacations, and unnecessary luxuries. Soon their savings disappeared. Debt grew larger every month. Arguments filled their home. Friends stopped visiting. The life they dreamed of slowly collapsed. One summer, Daniel left town searching for work. For days he traveled through nearby counties. Eventually he arrived at a prosperous farm known throughout the valley. The owner was said to be generous and fair. Daniel knocked on the front door. When it opened, his face turned pale. Standing before him was Harold. Healthy, confident, successful. "Father," Daniel whispered. Harold nodded calmly. Daniel lowered his head. "I need work." For a long moment, neither man spoke. Finally Harold said, "Everyone deserves the chance to earn an honest living." Relief flooded Daniel's face. "You'll hire me?" "Yes." Daniel could hardly believe it. "But there is one condition." "Anything." "You must work honestly and show respect to everyone here." Daniel agreed immediately. From that day forward, he worked on the farm. The labor was difficult. The days were long. Yet Harold treated him fairly. Never once did he insult him. Never once did he seek revenge. Instead, he paid him properly and offered guidance. Months later, Vanessa became suspicious. Daniel returned home exhausted every evening but refused to explain where he worked. One morning she secretly followed him. When she reached the valley, she was stunned. The farm was larger and more successful than anything she had ever imagined. Then she saw Harold. Anger immediately filled her face. She stormed toward the farmhouse. "This should be ours," she shouted. "You owe us." Harold remained calm. "No, Vanessa. I owe you nothing. You have all this wealth while we struggle." Harold looked directly into her eyes. "When I struggled, you closed the door on me." The truth stung. But Vanessa refused to accept responsibility. She demanded money. She demanded land. She demanded ownership. Harold quietly handed her a small envelope. Inside was enough money for groceries and basic necessities. Nothing more. Vanessa threw the envelope onto the ground. "It isn't enough," Harold answered softly. "Gratitude always feels small to those consumed by greed." She left furious. Over the following years, Harold continued building friendships throughout the valley. He became known not for his wealth but for his generosity. He funded repairs for the local school. He helped struggling farmers. He provided food for families during difficult seasons. Ethan remained by his side through everything. The young man never expected rewards. He simply cared for Harold as family. Eventually, Harold grew very old. Knowing his time was limited, he met with a lawyer. Together they prepared his final wishes. In his will he wrote, "To Ethan, who showed kindness when I was alone, I leave my farm, my home, and everything I have built. To my son Daniel, I leave my forgiveness. To Vanessa, I leave the lesson that wealth without compassion brings only emptiness." A few months later, Harold passed away peacefully in his sleep. The entire valley attended his funeral. Farmers, teachers, shopkeepers, and neighbors gathered to honor him. Many shared stories of his kindness. Many shed tears. When the will was read, Daniel stood silently. For the first time in years, he understood the consequences of his choices. He did not argue. He did not complain. Instead, he accepted the truth. Ethan inherited the farm and continued Harold's legacy of generosity. As for Daniel, he stayed in the valley and worked honestly for the rest of his life. Vanessa eventually left town, searching for opportunities elsewhere. Few people heard from her again. But Harold's story remained. People told it to their children and grandchildren. Not because he became wealthy, but because he proved that dignity is stronger than cruelty. And that kindness can rebuild what greed destroys. So friends, remember this. Even when others reject you, never lose faith in yourself. Hard times do not define your future. The people who hurt you cannot decide your worth. With patience, courage, and self-respect, you can build a new beginning. Kindness creates opportunities. Greed destroys them. Choose integrity. Choose perseverance. Choose your own path forward. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more inspiring stories like this one.